5, 4, 3, 2, slap. Slappy, sloppy day. Yes, it is. Do we have a number for this Slappers
We do have a
episode?
number, and the number is 227.
Whoa.
Okay. Good. Well, that was informative. Thank you all. Tune in next week. Well, we count to a higher number. So welcome everybody. As you can probably see, we're joined by the ever elusive Arizona and Miss Heide Riggs. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Welcome back. Hey, before we go any further, before we even start this thing, let me say it's seldom that you come across two people on the planet that were absolutely supposed to be together, and two of the best personalities, two matching personalities, and powerhouse. I just want to say happy anniversary this week to young Master Brian Riggs and to Heide Riggs. We have a big anniversary coming up, don't we?
Oh, very sweet. Yep, number 5. I made it to 5.
That's 5 weeks, folks.
Yep.
5 weeks. 5 weeks. She's,
yeah, we're doing good.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're number 5.
Yeah, but you've been together a little longer than that, right?
Yeah, since about 2013.
Well, we're big Ryan
Best
fans.
man on the planet.
I agree.
Yep, I'm a lucky gal.
I agree.
Did you guys meet at a show? You say he met you at a show?
We did. I was playing with an Irish rock band here in Arizona called Sea Merchants. We were playing at Rula Bula, which is since closed down. But yeah, I was playing there. It was summertime, and he was there with a work friend. And I just, he was cute. I winked at him from the stage, and then he wouldn't leave me alone on the break, and he wouldn't leave me alone after the show, and kept asking for my phone number.
What a hussy.
Finally gave it to him. I know.
Oh, I didn't know that part about it. He said he told me that you guys met at church, and he was the altar boy, and you kept saying to flash him. No.
As I swore into the microphone, probably by accident, because I dropped something on the floor. No. Yeah, we did. We met at Rula Bula. Really friendly young feller with really pretty eyes and a big smile. How could I say no?
Have you guys ever been back to that place?
Yeah, we went back. I played there often. Yeah. So he would come in a lot after that. And Ryan used to go to a lot of my shows once upon a time.
I was just going to say, maybe if you stopped playing in fucking churches, he'd come see you.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Write that down. Pen and paper.
Even Ryan is sick of Ina Clan and knocked music. Which is one of the,
right?
Which is one of the things.
Hey, they play rock and roll in churches.
Oh, they do? Okay.
That's not true. That's not true. You can strap a dildo to a monkey. That doesn't mean that you got that. Sorry.
It says rock beat at the top of the chart.
Oh, you guys.
I was trying so hard to keep it clean. Anyway, God damn it.
Didn't happen.
I got a visual now. I got a.
Well, yeah, we all do.
Turbo, did you have a good Father's Day? Speaking to.
Yeah, it was great. Spoiled my kids. You should took them to Dave & Buster's, and I gamed them out until they were done. But the lady behind the counter goes, she goes, they should be taking care of you today. And I go, nah, this is a long game for me. I was like, I told my kids, you have to do this for your kids. And I go, and so she goes, oh, I like your style. And she high-fived me, and we had a little moment, and then we geeked out on games. But
wow,
it was fun. We had a good time.
Yeah, don't let Stacy catch you having a moment.
Nah, she was there. She's fine with it. But man, you should have seen it. We were playing those games where you get the tickets, and man, it just sucks you in, and it's like. But it looked like we left the mall. Those kids had bags of toys and stuffed animals, and I couldn't believe how much we had. We had a good time. It was super fun. So,
that's good.
Yeah, it was good when the kids are zonking out like at dinner time. They were just worn out.
Yeah,
so that was good.
Yeah. Chad, did you do anything for Father's Day on your with your 11 kids that your mother didn't know about?
Yeah, nothing specifically. I was actually spending time with my mom and my cousin Ashley. We went to go get sort of a brunch type thing. So that was nice because I actually got to talk to Ashley. I hadn't seen her in like 10 years. So Ashley, by the way, my cousin Ashley came to see us with my mom on Saturday night at Molly McGuire's. It was great to see her. She is a microbiologist who works for the military. She's doing some amazing work trying to protect us all from deadly bacteria.
She specializes specializes in anthrax, boys and girls. Just so know.
That's right.
And she turned a lot of heads in Molly's when she came in. She was snuck into a show of ours when she was 16, and she promptly left when she figured out that R. Kelly and I do a lot of co-writing. But she came back this time, and she's stunning. Not just visually. I mean, she's intellectual and brilliant and funny, and and of course, she's with Judy, so she's got a leg up on the competition, if you know what I mean. But yeah, that was really fun to see. Like her eyes raised too. I made some quip about Chad having a bunch of kids that he didn't know about. She goes, "Oh, I want to meet my cousins." So she had to have Judy tell her. She said, "Please don't listen to anything he says. He's not well."
I didn't think to look for her reaction when you said that.
I know she told me that. She said, "Yeah, I had to ask Judy, what? Does Chad have 11 kids that I'm not?" So, but I mean, you can't have Chad the Impaler and not have a bunch of kids laying around. So, anyway, so moving at Heidi, you missed you missed and you were missed at Molly McGuire's on Saturday. We had a blast. That pub is just we were remarking on it tremendously before the show started on how a regular a local pub built for regulars by regulars is that's the way to do it. We knew everybody in there. We hadn't seen some of them in many years, and the place hasn't changed. That place will not change. The local legend Keith York came out. Bob that used to run and own Dan Electros in Houston, Texas. It's still going now. It's had a few owners since Bob, but Bob came out. I mean, worldwide, that club was just it had some. It was nothing to go in and see Billy Gibbons on stage in there, or Lyle Lovett played in there, or I mean, Carolyn Wonderland. I believe would not be Carolyn Wonderland without Dan Electros. I mean, Terry Green would not be the player he is without, these people that are just monsters in the Houston music scene. Mm-hmm. Owe that to Bob. Anyway, Bob came out to see us, and we haven't seen him in forever. Bob turned 80, and I swear to God, he doesn't look a day over, what would you say, Chad? Mid-60s?
Oh, yeah. I mean, you would never even guess it from looking at him.
No.
He doesn't look like he's aged at all since the last time we saw him.
No, and, I mean, actually, he looks younger.
To see him there. My God.
Yeah. He looks younger. A good firm ass too.
That's so cool.
No, I didn't. So let's look at it. As soon as we put the camera on, Turbo starts going, "Oh, that's terrible." Turbo was the one that told me. He said, "Slap that ass." He goes, "I bet it's tight as fuck." I said, "Yeah." So don't pull that shit on me now. Yeah. And I, of course,
that guy looked like we could be related.
Yeah,
that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
I thought you were lying to me when you said he was 80. I go, he's messing with me. Yeah, he definitely looked like we might have the same bloodline. I was like, dude, we look alike.
Yeah. But so just a delight. Like I said, we're so today, Slapper Day number 227. It's probably a little bit quick, but does anybody want to start? Anybody want to kill a song, or does do you guys want to take a breath and let me just keep yapping?
You can yap.
All right. I'm going to kill a song, and I have two in case I've already killed this one. So Kelly Navarro, apologies in advance if I've already killed this one. But a singer that I love, the Smiths, Morrissey. His song "Heaven Knows I'm Miserable Now." We used to make fun of it as children, and now as bigger children, I still make fun of it because the lyrics are just so fucking morbid. I was looking for a job and then I found a job, and heaven knows I'm miserable now, and then it never changes. But the music is brilliant. The Johnny Marr is just all over that song. It's so brilliant. But I just can't take the anyway. So in case I have killed that one before, I have another one, and the other one is checks notes. Damn it, I had it right here. Okay. So the other one was another one that I truly love. I love this song, but the one part of the song I hated. Do you ever have a song like that you just love the song, but there's a part in the song that just drives you up the fucking wall? So the song is Philby by Rory Gallagher. And it's such an amazing song. The lyrics are great and the thing, but there's a yeah, and that drives me up the fucking wall. But the rest of the song is bulletproof. I mean, nothing wrong with it. The guitar is fucking amazing as always. Rory Gallagher will never let you down in a guitar song, ever. And his lyrics, I don't even think he gets enough credit for his lyric writing. Beyond superb, beyond Rory-tastic. It's just, I mean, so anyway, that song. So there's my kill. Shine a Light. Checks notes. There's a song by Nils Lofgren. I was in a small town in sunny old Texas a few months back called Bastrop, or Bastrop if you're being murdered by the cartel, slowly tortured. It's a very small town just outside of Austin, and we always went through it because we played in Austin for so many years, in the same place for so long, and you never see it from the way we'd come in. You never see the actual town of Bastrop, but the actual town of Bastrop is quite beautiful, and there's a great little record shop in there, and I need to look it up. I need to look up the name of it, but just have fantastic records and tapes and CDs, all kinds of stuff, and posters, memorabilia. But it's a wonderful little record shop. And there's a great little coffee shop across the street. And I bought a bunch of records that were sitting outside in the bin, the LP bin, just discount, get rid of. And I was walking. I wasn't even going to go in, but I saw some of these things. I picked up a couple of 3 Barry Manilow records. I picked up a Nils Lofgren. I picked up a Glenn Campbell. It was a Glenn Campbell soundtrack, so it wasn't an actual thing, but he was all over it, so it was great. Anyway, so the song is called "No Mercy" by Nils Lofgren, and I heard it first, and it was the thing I love about it is I love songs with content that do not. Again, another little side story. Good friend of ours, Kent Newman, and I were talking, and I was telling him that I was writing this song, and he said, very, very tongue in cheek, he said, oh, he goes, well, if you're struggling for, subject matter, he said, how about, a guy that meets a girl and then it doesn't work out? And I said, ha, 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 very good. And I love songs that do not carry, that do not stick along those lines. You hear a song about, it's either about, fighting fucking, what else is there? So anyway, so this song is a just wonderful piece. It's called "No Mercy," and it's about having to win a fight to preserve your place, even though that you're taking that guy's your opponent's, you're stopping him out essentially. So, but it was the first time I'd heard that song, and the whole album is brilliant. The whole album is beyond. Nils Lofgren is the guitar player for Bruce Springsteen, for people who may not be old enough. To you know what I mean. But anyway, so that was my moment of whoa. That was just a great find.
Cool. All right, who's next?
All right, I'll do. So speaking of a song, it's funny you brought up the song where you said, or a song type that you said you don't like a part of a song. And I'm actually going to kill a song today from a band, and that's the reason why I want to kill it, because I love the beat, like the first 3 quarters of the song, and I just hate the ending. And it's going to be "No Handlebars" by the Flobots. I don't know if you've heard that song. It's kind of a little bit of that kind of like rap rock style, but I just like the way the whole song goes until the very end. They kind of like rock out at the end, and I just think that I always change it every time I listen to that song. I love the first 3 parts of it, and it came on my playlist, and then boop, I hit the forward button as that part came on. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna kill that one because you brought that up. I was like, that's wild timing. So,
Yeah.
but anyway, band called the Flobots for maybe you older people that don't know. Boss man, see what I did there?
Oh, back at
did.
ya.
I sure did.
And then the song that I'm gonna resurrect. I was telling Chad I've been listening to this band for about a week and a half. Hardcore band called Nerf Herder, and I don't know if you've heard them, but they're kind of early mid '90s band. They're like I always say they're like the baby brother of Weezer. They sound kind of like Weezer, and maybe a little Descendants in there. And but I've been listening to a lot. Super simple songs. They got a song called Nose Ring Girl, and the other day Stacy got a new nose ring, and so I played that song on the guitar for her. She's like, "What are you playing?" I'm like, "Nerf Herder." She's like, "Who's that?" I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna resurrect that song." So for anybody who wants to check out kind of a simple pop punk band, a little bit of a Weezer, Nerf Herder.
Do they have any songs about Star Wars?
I think they do. Yeah.
Their name for
Yeah.
any non-nerds.
I think they have a title. I don't know. They got their main song was a song called "Sorry." That was kind of their main song, and I think they have a song called "We Opened for Weezer." That's like them. Like that's their style. You should check them out. Very simple. A lot of 2-chord songs, 3-chord songs. Very simple. Good stuff.
I say that because Nerf Herder is what Princess Leia calls Han Solo in Empire Strikes Back. It's an insult.
Gotcha. I think they have a thing about that, but I don't know. I have to look it up.
I bet I would
I'm
not
not
be
a huge
surprised.
Star Wars buff.
Yeah, that's a very nerdy name, but it's cool.
Yeah. Anyway, so check them out. I like them.
Cool.
All right. Who's next?
Heidi?
Okay. All right. All right. I'll start with the song I'm going to kill. So we went to the Nash, which is like a jazz club in downtown Phoenix, a couple weekends ago with some friends to see a guitarist that I know. And I didn't know he was doing like a Beatles theme. It was a great show. But I realized as many Beatle tunes as I like, there's also like a handful that I've just never liked. And I'm trying to listen to it going, okay, I'll give it another chance. I just don't like Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds. I just don't.
Really?
I cannot attach to that song. I don't know why. I just find that song a little on the annoying.
Can I ask you, do you think it's because I swear to God, I kid you not, on this Slapper Day 2/27, 1989, whatever year it is, I was thinking this morning about Yellow Submarine, and I think Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds has that same kind of kindergarten style. Da, 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 da. I saw the humor in it as a kid. I saw the humor in those lyrics. Submarine. Lucy was da, 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 da. That part to me always seemed remedial, and it's just so below what they were.
Yeah, the melody is just not.
There's not much of a melody to it. It's true.
And it's
if you listen to the earlier versions of that song too, it's even more like mechanical. The way John Lennon was singing it, it was Paul who tried to get him to relax. Like, dude, just kind of swing it or something, because it was like, "Hey, yourself in a boat on a river." It was kind of ridiculous.
I agree with you. I agree with you on that one, Heidi.
It's tough with the Beatles because there are songs that I hated and now I like. Some of them are so overdone. You hear so many people do them. Like "Here Comes the Sun." Hated that song for a while, and then I heard it the other night, and I'm like, I really like that song.
Yeah.
But "Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds," I just never, ever, ever liked. So that's the one I'm going to kill. Sorry, Beatles. All my Beatles friends
they can take it.
Down.
They can hack it. Don't worry about them.
Yeah, right. They're fine. So the song that I want to shine a light on, I love this rock violinist. He classically trained, the guy can play anything. He's kind of known as the modern Paganini. I think he was killed just a couple years ago in a car accident, so he's no longer, but Alex DePue, he has this song, and I'm pretty sure he wrote it. It's called Noriega, and it's badass. You guys have to look up Noriega by Alex DePue. And the way guy can play the violin is amazing. But it's got a real rock drive to it. And I'm obsessed with this song right now. You got to dig it up and listen to it.
Cool.
It's from he's got several albums, and I'm trying to remember. I think it's called Underground Whispers is the name of the album.
Is he solo
Okay.
or a band? Solo?
He has both. I mean, he plays with
Okay.
a really great guitarist, and then he has bands, and then sometimes he just does a solo show, and he's really good at all that loop pedal stuff where he's got his tracks going and whatever. But
Yeah.
he's all kinds of stuff. But yeah,
Awesome.
Excellent. All right, Chad, knock it out.
All right, so I'm going to couch this in also a review of this
Woo!
documentary, which I bought at Cactus Music a few days ago. Went in there to put up some of our posters. And
Where's
Sorry?
Cactus Music located?
Cactus Music is on Portsmouth Street, right off of Sandman Street, right across the street from where Stag's Head used to be.
And Rockin' Robin.
Whataburger 59 Diner used to be in that area. Anybody who lives in the Montrose area knows where that is. But I was just browsing through. I wasn't looking for anything in particular, and I saw this on the shelf in the Bowie section, and I was like, I never knew this documentary existed. And it's a documentary about Mick Ronson, who was Bowie's first really dedicated guitarist / arranger, sort of right hand man kind of guy, and he had several of those throughout his career. It's kind of a sad story with Mick because they only worked together for 3 years or something like that. And one of the things I learned from this is that it was largely because of the manager that Bowie had at the time, Tony DeFries, who was one of those, stereotypical crooked managers who was, just kind of manipulating everybody to keep more money for himself and to turn people against each other so he could control things. And Bowie famously moved on from that. This lineup with Mick Ronson was the Ziggy Stardust lineup that they did the first 3-4 albums with. And he famously moved on from that because he was getting creatively frustrated. That was definitely part of it. But another big part of it, which I learned from this, was that there was a lot of disagreements over money. That was largely the manager who was only paying them $30 a week, on top of the expenses that they were being paid. So that was a huge point of contention between them. But Bowie always regretted, I think he felt guilty for what happened because it was not only his manager, Bowie himself was dealing with a lot of really very, very much cocaine-fueled paranoia at the time, which continued for a few years after that lineup broke up. So Mick got the short end of the stick. I mean, he didn't really get songwriting credit on the stuff that he pretty much co-wrote. I mean, he contributed so much to that first stage of Bowie's career. But Bowie, to his credit, never made that mistake again. With Carlos Alomar after that, and then Reeves Gabrels after that, they were all taken very good care of. And Bowie actually participated in this documentary as much as he was able to, I think, before he died. So he does some voiceover stuff on it. It doesn't actually appear. There are some old interviews with him, but the new ones, I don't know if maybe he was too ill to actually appear on camera at this point. You can kind of hear the parts where it's Bowie's voice. He does sound a little tired, and I don't know, but I'm imagining it must have been during when he was undergoing chemotherapy and stuff in the later stages of his life. But anyway, another thing I learned from this is that the very first song that Mick Ronson played on with Bowie was on this first record, and I think it was uncredited originally, called Wild Eyed Boy from Free Cloud. It's the only song on that record that Mick played on. And it's also, I think, just a really great song that you don't really hear that often. Tony Visconti does a great score on it, just completely bombastic, over-the-top orchestral score. And Bowie was quite fond of the song himself, and he continued to play it for. I think it was the only other song off of the Space Oddity record that he continued to play live for many years after that. So that brings me to the song I'm going to kill, which is Space Oddity. Still a song. It's one of those things where I love the song. I've covered it many times. It was one of the first songs. Really good song for a beginning guitar player to learn because it has pretty much every basic folk guitar chord there is thrown into that song. But it's been done. Bowie himself, it's one of those songs that Bowie was sick of himself. He killed it. He killed a bunch of his songs from his early career after he did the Sound and Vision tour. So you're welcome, David. And God bless both of them. Now they're both gone. But anyway, I also, you can watch, somebody uploaded this on YouTube. You can watch the whole thing on YouTube, but just buy the damn thing. If you really care about the history of this thing, support the documentary filmmakers who make this stuff because they put a lot of work into this film.
It's true.
So,
yeah, well then edit out the part where you can fucking watch it for free. God damn it.
Hey, Chad, can I borrow that?
yeah, right.
Nice one.
Jacked up.
Very cool. So we have we've got a lot to get to in our respective part of the world, right? Busy days ahead. We got July. We're bringing Heide in to. We're going to Kansas. We're going to Weston, and then a mystery date. July, and then we go home, get a shower, and then we go up to Montana, working on finalizing that. Yeah, and then the Woodshed is coming along nicely. FYI, that's the recording studio up here in sunny Hunts Vegas. I insulated the garage door last week now, and the difference in temperature was unholy in a good way. So, and then Turbo and I are going to put together just a little vent and a little extra air conditioner in there. It's going to be, and also the one that only Kate Scott, her Christmas gifts are going to be the first to be hung up. I've got banners up there right now, but it's just covering some ugly insulation. But the first thing I'm going to put up is going to be the Kate Scott gifts from last year. So I'm just so excited, and I can't wait to have us all in there and recording and making music.
Yeah.
And Heide, we got to get you some recordings of some of the shit we've been doing too. We've been changing shit up on you just because. So Slapperland, we just want you to know that we're so grateful for you for listening, and I hate to say it, but hit that like thing because that pushes us out there further. No matter if it's
and comment
or on YouTube or if you can do it, please. We appreciate it. We are we've got a couple of really exciting, as always, couple of really exciting things coming up here. We've spoken to our friends over at Pickle Jar. We're going to be doing something with them. So the recordings that we're doing, recording the rehearsals from A to Z. We're just not we just kind of let the tape run. But what we like to do is we like to get it. Turbo, Chad, myself, we like to get them down just really, really tight, and then get Heide to come in and then change it right as we walk on stage. Oh, and by the way, this is how we do it now. So I just want you to, Heidi's been a great sport about this. We've been kind of messing with this stuff for a long time and rearranging and do all this stuff. And Heidi's been a great sport about it. But I just, with Wichita, Barleycorn in Wichita, Kansas, and O'Malley's at Weston, Missouri in July, they're going to see the first time. They're going to see essentially a brand new. It obviously it's us, but it's. I think that I just don't think the band's ever sounded as good as it does right now. So, we got a bunch of really, really fun stuff happening. We've got a bunch of road stories coming with the because we're getting pretty good at that Slapper van stuff. But it's just been really, really fun time getting the songs to where we and also throwing new shit out. We do Heide. We don't just do it to you. We did it to Turbo as well. Threw about 3 or 4 new songs on Saturday night. And it wasn't. I mean, it wasn't. There wasn't malice involved. It was one of those things where we had some, screaming old ladies that wanted to hear some stuff, and we're like, "All right." I say old ladies that were 17.
Let's do it.
Yeah,
it was fun.
Very fun.
It was a good time. We got one more show on the Molly's tour.
That's right.
Yeah, we do. Conroe this weekend and Friday. Where are we? College Station. But Heidi's going to be enjoying her anniversary weekend with young Ryan Riggs. And is Ryan over 21? He looks like he's 20.
Yeah,
he's got to be by now.
He's got to be by now. Yes,
it's been 6 months.
Yeah, weeks, Chad.
That's part of their arrangement. He's not allowed to age. You can't age.
Yeah.
He says I'm going to outlive him.
What? Oh, that's because of the heroin,
I
right?
know.
Yeah.
He's crazy.
He is a great man. We thoroughly enjoyed our time with Ryan when we were in Phoenix, and Turbo's working on us on a Lake Havasu thing for December, and we're trying to get back out there and for the let's call them the tolerable months in Phoenix, Arizona, and beyond. So looking forward to that.
Yeah, it's definitely nicer that time of year.
Yeah.
Well, I think you guys should come out now.
Well, it's bad here now.
This is
What's
the
it
best
like
time of
there?
year.
What's the temperature right now?
I think we're gonna hit 110 this week.
Oof.
Yeah, that's about the same here.
Wow.
You play in the pool.
Oh, yeah, I like the sound of that.
Have y'all noticed this on Apple or Maps, your Maps app, whatever it is? I've noticed this that every time I route the past week, every time I route direction to somewhere, it says extreme heat warning
Yeah.
on,
Yeah.
on all the
I
different
did see
routes.
that the other day. I was like, what is this?
Yeah, I never saw it before, like a week ago.
It said potential delays due to the heat advisory or something. I'm like, what?
What does that mean? Yeah,
The tires are
people's
just
tires melting. Yeah,
sticking. So I was envisioning like a
Yeah.
Bugs Bunny cartoon where he just
yeah.
Speaking of that,
Yeah.
our beloved van has got all new tires. We have
All the tires.
yeah, we got it's so nice. It's so nice. But the reason why I did it was we didn't need new tires yet, but we're going to be in Omaha, Nebraska in August. And the one thing I've learned in my 37,000 years of being on the planet is always change your tires before you go see Jay Holan, or he will do it for you at no cost to you. So we are so grateful, but at the same time, I wanted to make sure I went up there with new tires because last time I was up there, Jay put all new tires on it. We're so grateful to him. So yeah, we're so grateful to all our Patreon pals and all their SlapperCast listeners or SlapperCast faithful. We're gonna get rolling here. We've got a bunch of stuff in our respective little areas to get done. And also, if you could, one of you, I don't know who took it. I think Turbo has it. We want to show you some new banners that we have for sale. We're going to have them with us probably next month, in July. So we've been asked before for posters and stuff like that. We don't have we have a small handful of those Continental Club. There was really nice Continental posters that V did, but so we're going to do a couple of the Blackmatic posters on vinyl. So they're essentially about, what do you say, about 2.5 foot? They're kind of big, but
Something
they're
like that. Yeah, maybe 3 feet long.
yeah, we're going to have this design and also the eye as well. So if you could just send those pictures, we can put an image up of that. And we're going to be having those. It's cool too because we get to sign them. And then lastly, we have the Ireland postcards. I've been sending them out. It's weird trying to write on a postcard. I haven't written any in so many years. Look at that! Look at that! Go to the top of the class. Go to the top of the class. Extra points, extra turbo points. So yeah, we're going to have them at all the shows, and they are free if you'd like them. Just grab some, and because they're actual postcards, so it's got our dates that we will be in Ireland. But it also on the back you can stick a stamp on it and say, write your mother a letter, tell her how you're doing for God's sake. Yeah, so plenty going on.
Yeah.
And, we are extremely grateful for you tuning in and listening, and we kept it relatively clean this week. So if you want to send it to your grandmother and your grandfather, please do. All right.
Yeah.
Especially your grandmother. Okay, that's all right. But anyway,
All right.
yeah, let's roll.
Let's roll.
Let's go.
And thanks also to our new friends in Ireland, Thiefdom of Horselips, and all of his followers on Twitter. They've our new friends.
Very cool.
Great, very nice to meet y'all. We really appreciate y'all.
And then
Heck
last thing, we got to get your vote, Heidi. I'd asked on the last one or two before, which album, if Blaggards had to record an album by somebody else, just re-record it, who would you pick? Or what album would you pick?
Metallica.
Really? Which one? Which album?
The one with the symphony, of course.
Okay. All right. So we'd have to record that as a 4-piece. Done. No problem. All right. So that's our choices. Our choices are Rage Against the Machine, Thin Lizzy, Black Rose. Rage Against the Machine live in L.A. Thin Lizzy, Black Rose. I picked Bee Gees, Staying Alive, and you pick Metallica.
Favor.
Yeah, Saturday Night
going
Fever.
Rage.
Right? Yeah.
Come on, let's go, Team Rage. Let's go.
All right. So if anybody hears this segment and you want to vote on it, they're your choices. They are your 4 choices, and whoever wins whatever one gets the most votes, we're gonna, and we're not gonna record it in the studio. We're gonna record it like on a fucking stage, like we're gonna do it live. So that's what we're gonna call it. We're gonna call it. Fuck it, we'll do it live.
The live album, live. I mean, it can't sync up better than that. Come on.
All right,
Team Rage, let's go.
All right,
Come on.
Turbo's the most enthusiastic. What?
Yes, dude. Come on.
So Turbo's the most
I
enthusiastic.
sprinkle on with love and hugs. Let's go. Love and hugs. Come on. Team Rage.
All right. All right. So we have the most enthusiasm by Turbo. We also have the biased album because Heidi got to play with Metallica on the orchestral rehearsals.
Fair.
And Chad has a special love of Thin Lizzy because that's where his kind of Irish rock thing began, you know. So and mine is just complete fucking just lunacy. I just think that it would just be crazy to do it. So, and then also you got to keep in mind too that you got to learn those fucking parts. So anyway, so that's it. We are glad to see each and every one of you, and thanks for all and happy anniversary, Heidi. Good job, Brian.
Thank you.
All right, y'all. We'll see you next week.
Yes.
Okay.
Cheers.
Cheers.